Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the introduction to my dropshipping course. Today I'm going to be discussing with you everything that's going to be covered in the upcoming episodes. So what I'm going to be showing you guys is basically click by click everything you need to do to set up your own dropshipping website. I'm going to go through everything from picking your niche all the way to running an actual ad and showing you guys, if you're lucky, how it turns out. Before we get started, I'd really like to thank you guys for watching this content. It means a lot to me and I really like interacting with you guys. And you guys are the reason I can create this content. You tell me what you want to know and that lets me make it for you. Now, just as a quick warning, I really want you guys to appreciate the content I'm giving to you. Basically, the fact that it's free means you're probably not going to value it as much as a course you actually paid for. And I really want to stress the fact that what I'm giving you guys is what you would be finding in a $1,000 dropshipping course. So take advantage of this. Everything I do, you should be following along and making your own store. So here's what I want you guys to do for every episode. Firstly, watch it, then go and do it yourself. If you have any questions, the comments are down below. I will answer them personally. But start interacting with other people in the comments, get your website running, and follow me along through this journey, because at the end, you will have a running store that can make money for you. Now, I know there's going to be some of you guys who are cynical and going to be saying, why is he making all this content for free? There's obviously something in it for him. I'll be honest with you, there is. I'm finding people who are actually taking action and producing results. I'm going to be talking with those people in the future, and they're going to become a part of my network so that I know I'm surrounded by people who actually produce results. So going over the actual content of what's going to be in this course. Firstly, in episode 1, I'm going to teach you guys how to pick a niche. I'm going to discuss ones I think are hard, ones I think are easy, oversaturated, undersaturated. Basically, you can make money in any niche, but picking the right one could be the difference between giving up too early or actually producing a store which makes you money in the future. Episode 2, we're going to look into researching competitors. So this basically means you know what niche you want to do. You can go out there and find who's doing that current niche, what their advertising methods are, how successful they are, how large they are, and if you can compete with them. Episode 3, we're going to get into actually picking your product. So picking the right product could be the difference between your store being an absolute blessing or an absolute nightmare. Basically, you need to learn how to find a supplier who's actually going to be good, and you need to find a product which is actually going to get to your customer in one piece. So I'm going to discuss everything you need to do to make sure your product is correct, and then we're going to discuss how to theme your store based around your product. Episode 4, we're going to go into how to set up your store. So this will be everything from picking your domain all the way to setting up your store, linking your domain to Shopify, what pages you need, and what content you should have on each page. Episode 5, we're going to be installing Oberlo. So we'll be doing this both on your browser and on the store. I'll teach you how to import your products from AliExpress and how to populate your website with them over on your Shopify store. Episode 6, apps that make profit. So basically I'm going to show you the key apps that I put on every single store I run, and they're basically the difference between my store being a positive ROI and being a negative ROI. Before we get started with marketing, I'm quickly going to cover how to make sure that your shop is ready for customers. So how to make sure that your store will actually allow customers to buy it and your customers are actually going to enjoy the experience while they're on there. We're then going to discuss, based on your niche, where you should be marketing. So if you have something that's very specific to a certain niche, such as custom wood ornaments, you may want to start focusing on things like Pinterest. However, if you're advertising something very general like shoes or watches, you may want to go straight to Facebook. So I'm going to discuss in quite a lot of detail, based on your niche, where you should be heading. So once you know what you're going to be marketing, we're going to jump straight into the marketing tactics. Now for this course, I'm going to focus mostly on Facebook and Instagram, mainly because that's what I use and that's what I know. I'm going to show you myself setting up an actual ad, what your ad should look like and how I'd structure it, what you'd have as your title, your description, how you should be linking your website, and a few tactics that you can use to make your ad stand out from everyone else's. So you have an ad up and running, that means people are going to be coming to your website. I'm going to discuss the key metrics you should be looking at on your store to determine if it's going to be successful and to optimize that so you can get the maximum profits out of the people coming to your store. So you're going to have a number of people coming to your website. Some will buy, some won't. For the ones that won't, a very good tactic is to use retargeting. So it basically means that they're going to consistently see your ad over and over until they get used to your product. This usually builds trust and can result in some really good conversions for a very low price. Okay, so you're running ads, you're retargeting, you're making sales. We're going to discuss how to scale those ads. So I've already done videos in the past on this, but I'm going to go over again the specifics of how I think you should be doing it. And I'll show you some of the results that will happen if you do this yourself. Lastly, in the marketing section, I'm going to go over emails with you guys. So basically, you're going to see me set up a few email funnels that I always use on every one of my websites. This is the key 20% of the emails that you send out that are going to give you 80% of your profits. And they're not hard to do. So you guys are going to get a lot of benefit out of that. Now guys, to wrap up this introduction, I really want to reinforce the fact that the content I'm going to be giving you is valuable. If you put it into practice, you are going to get results. You're going to learn a lot and you're going to have information that you can teach other people. What I really want from this is to create a community of like-minded people. So if you're interested in that, jump over to the Facebook Mastermind group, comment down below, and let's work together to produce something really good. If you guys get anything out of these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. And more importantly, if you have any questions, just ask me. Now, I respond most often on the Facebook Mastermind group, or if you send me a message on Facebook personally, but the YouTube comments are a really great way to meet other people, and I will be checking them and answering every single one personally. I cannot wait to start this journey with you guys. Let's get into it. Head over to episode 2.